Before I ask you for numbers, for those watching, Matt alluded to this earlier, but when I first got into this kind of industry or this business, one of the biggest things I heard about product retail for physical therapists was a couple things. They just sent everyone to Amazon because it wasn't worth it for them, given the pricing that they were paying for products. If they wanted to resell something, the best they could do is maybe 10%, 20% without, overcharging the patient relative to what the patient saw on Amazon. So with me selling direct to clinics, clinic owners like Matt, I set pricing. So I give legitimate wholesale pricing to clinic owners, and all of them have a guarantee from me that if a patient were to go on Amazon or they want to go on my website, they're never going to see a price lower than the price that the clinic is selling it for. So that immediately creates an environment where the patient is never feeling like, oh, this clinic just bought it off Amazon and charged me extra $5 or $10, and then you potentially have an angry customer on your hands. So that's why there's 75 to 100% built-in margins minimum for all of these products.
So in January, we started off at that point, right, having zero retail sales, so nothing. And then so in January, we had our revenue for our retail was $450. And so and I don't have the exact number with me on how many pieces that we sold, but I can tell you we averaged probably, it was almost every day. So we probably averaged 4 to 7 products a week of selling. February was almost exactly the same. It was almost about $450, but it was $450. So I mean, total, we're hitting, almost $1,000, like $900 in revenue for 2 months. Considering that, before that, again, zero ever. And so to me, that's a huge jump, and I only expect it to get bigger as people, as our staff continues to get more comfortable with selling it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the important thing to remember for all the clinic owners watching is let's say we'll just round up, but January and February combined, let's call it an even $1,000. Staying at that pace for a full 12 months, you'd have $6,000, $500 a month, $6,000 of retail revenue, but the net on that is around $3,000. So there's about 100% margins built in. So to add an extra $3,000, which is a meaningful amount, that's a kind of a value add to the patient. You don't have to do much. Is definitely worth it.